Okay.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome once again to the predictions vlog for Christy Viper. I have my two very good friends, Taker Soulgirl
Hi.
and Tom Williams.
Well, of course, I was going to be here eventually. With an ego, with an ego this big, do you think I could stay away?
We could not do I could not do the predictions for the 2014 Elimination Chamber without these two because it's just plain out weird not doing it with them. So I did the 2014 Rumble alone, and we ended up actually doing a rant for that one. So
Which,
Yeah.
Tom, now that you're here,
Tom,
you need an M
so
rating. You need to put this content is rated an M for mature on the thing. Because, fuck, do we ever get sweary?
The upcoming,
Yes, we do. It's very sweary.
the following program is rated
So
M for mature.
Yeah, let's just jump into this, guys, because there's quite a few matches we've got to work on. All right, so we're going to start off with the kickoff pre-show match, which is the Brotherhood of Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Axel or Ryback and Curtis Axel. So, okay, let's talk about this.
This one's easy to call. Rybacksel are winning it. Rybacksel are winning it, and I'll tell you why. Rybacksel are winning it because something's gonna go wrong to result in the Rhodes boys losing, and that's gonna set up their match at WrestleMania.
Maybe, I don't know.
Goldust versus Cody at WrestleMania.
Goldust are gonna win.
Goldust versus Cody at WrestleMania.
I think I'm going to go Cody and Goldie on this one, mostly because
I like them. They're awesome.
Ego was too big. Ryback's ego was way too big to contemplate something like this.
Well, I'm calling Rybacksel to win.
Well, I got a question.
What?
How the hell did Cody Rhodes and Goldust go from being tag team champions to being stuck on the kickoff show?
That's what I'm asking. Ask Hunter. That's what I've been telling you. Ask Hunter. He's got this warped. You know how Hunter's mind works. He's all warped.
Unfortunately.
He's warped. Okay. The next match is Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil, and I never saw this coming.
Me either.
I did. I saw it coming.
I never saw these two break up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and I've got to say it just to clarify at this point. These are my opinions, and they may not be yours. There was only so long that WWE were going to keep Darren Young in his position. I hate to say it, but Vince McMahon is not going to let a gay man get ahead in his company. Vince McMahon is not going to allow that to happen.
Right. I think you might be right on that one.
And I absolutely detest the fact that I'm having to say that, and that's the way you know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care if you're black, gay, whatever. But Vince McMahon, the way that man's mind works, he's not going to let a black, gay man do well in the company. Titus wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's a terrible thing to have to say, but. I know we like to blame things on Triple H, but Vince McMahon runs his company. Vince runs his company, and this is all Vince. This is all Vince.
I know that Darren really, he came out for a really good reason because he was tired of hiding who he was. And I honestly think that was a brave move coming out of the closet like that. But you're right, Vince McMahon is not going to let a gay person.
I don't like saying it because but history in the company backs this stuff up. How many openly gay wrestlers have been in the WWE? Only a handful. And of that handful of men, how many of them have been successful? None of them. In fact, I think most of them are dead now. The last one I remember is Chris Kanyon. And we all know what happened to Chris Kanyon.
I think he died, didn't he?
Guy hung himself, I think.
Ugh.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to. 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 Okay, let's not get into the sad stuff, guys.
I know. I didn't really want to have to say that, but you know.
Well, sometimes you have to let the truth out. Okay, now here comes the big one. Here comes the one that everybody's been kind of rooting for on and off for the last couple of months. The Shield versus the Wyatts.
Wyatts win.
Shield wins.
Shield wins.
Wyatts win.
Okay, Tom. Why in the heck would Creep and Creeper win this match?
Because WWE are in process of pushing Roman Reigns. They're in process of splitting the Shield. So Dean Ambrose causes something to go wrong. They lose. Roman Reigns is pissed. Spears Dean Ambrose.
Well, actually, he's not wrong on the whole Roman thing. They've been trying to get him for a week. Since Rumble, anyway.
Mostly because I'm mostly rooting for the Shield because the Wyatt family scares the bejesus out of me.
The thing is, Roman Reigns is pretty much getting himself ready for a gigantic babyface push.
There's been talk about it ever since Rumble that he's supposed to be getting this humongous big time push.
He's going to get a humongous push, and his first major win is going to be taking that title off Ambrose.
That's what everybody was talking about that night. Ambrose made the challenge. That's why everybody kept saying Roman Reigns is gonna open it. Roman Reigns is gonna challenge him.
Well, I think give it a little while, and I think it happens at WrestleMania.
I think okay, that's another point that somebody was saying about the Shield is that if you had to pick a weak link in the Shield, who would it be?
Ambrose.
If you had to pick a weak.
Ambrose, I think.
I would say Ambrose too because Rollins is more of a high flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And Reigns is power. And I'm not really sure what Ambrose is.
He's just kind of there.
The way I see this happening, is I see this coming down to a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Ambrose versus Reigns versus Rollins, and Reigns wins, picking up the victory over Ambrose. Rollins is going to get lost in the shuffle.
Oh no!
But Reigns is going to get the big super push.
There was a sort of a rumored card I saw yesterday, bringing this in really fast since we're talking about the Shield, that there could be a possible Triple H versus Roman Reigns match.
No.
At WrestleMania.
No.
No.
Triple H.
But like I said,
I don't want it, but I think it'll be Triple H Daniel Bryan.
Well, there was supposed to be Triple H versus CM Punk, but
yeah, and that's why I think it's going to be Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan's inherited CM Punk's position.
Yep. Okay. Moving on to the WWE Tag Team title.
No, you missed one.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You missed what's going to be the shortest match in the history of wrestling.
I missed Alberto. I actually skipped over that for a reason. I didn't want to say his name, but okay. Alberto Del Rio versus Batista. Wait, you've got it wrong. You mean Alberto Del Rio versus Batista. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll go with that one. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Batista wins in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
literally.
This is something that I want to know. I want everybody's opinion. I want you guys' opinion on this one. Why do you think that after being gone for 4 years, Batista walks into the WWE, says, I demand a title match at WrestleMania, give it to me, or I walk out, and you never see me again?
That's
because he's friends with Triple H.
No, I don't. No, it's because Batista is a smart negotiator. That man knows exactly the right time to come in and exactly the right time to use the fact that he's friends with Triple H and to make himself a star. That man knows how to work contracts. Him and Brock Lesnar both know how to do it. They both work the system, and I think you've got to admire them for the fact that they know how to work these idiots who run the company.
Thing is, neither of them need a freaking push. Neither of them need.
No, Batista does not. I mean, okay. When Batista was in the company 4 years ago, he had his push. He had it. I mean, it was wrapped on a silver platter.
Yeah.
The thing is, and I've got to put this one to you two in this way, right? If WWE got in touch with either of you and said, let us throw a load of money at you. You can come in, you can win the Royal Rumble, then you can go and have the main event at WrestleMania. Do you know what? I'd be on the plane if WWE called me to do that.
I wouldn't.
I would. If WWE called you and said, "Let me give you $500,000 and a WrestleMania payday," I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll have that. I'll take your money."
Because that would mean I would have to work under a man that I absolutely can't stand.
And that would also mean that I wouldn't be able to mouth off about Hunter as much as I do.
I can't stand Triple H. I wouldn't want to work for him.
I mean,
the only way I might not like the way he's doing things, but I'll be honest, Triple H, if you want to give me $500,000, I'll fucking take your money.
The only reason I'd probably take it was so I could go backstage and meet a certain someone.
I will take your money if you want to offer it.
I would take it as if I got to go backstage and I got to slap the redheaded ditz off somebody.
Huh?
Robin.
Oh, Eva. Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, think about that for a minute.
So, are we all agreed on this match? Batista wins it in about a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see Batista coming out. I can see Batista coming out, him being in the ring first, Del Rio's music hitting, him doing his entrance. He comes straight in the ring, the bell rings, powerbomb, and Batista walks out.
Yeah, it's gonna be the shortest match.
It's literally gonna be like Daniel Bryan 18 seconds.
Yep.
In under a minute.
Moving on to the WWE Tag Team Title match, the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws. Kind of interesting. Well, not really, actually. That the New Age Outlaws are defending a month after they won.
And I think they might lose as well.
Yeah.
There's a big possibility because the Usos over the last year have been dominant in the tag team division.
Yep, and you've also got to remember one of the Usos is a star of Total Divas, so that is coming back soon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
My thing is, I don't think the New Age Outlaws got the memo that it's not the 90s anymore, guys.
Yeah, I don't really think. I think they probably let them have it basically because it is fixing to be WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
The other thing you've got to think about is putting the belts on the New Age Outlaws is actually a decent idea. Was actually a decent idea, and that's simply because even though they're friends with Triple H and it's not the 90s anymore, they still get a huge pop. They are still one of the most over acts in the company. They are still popular. Even when they're heels, they are still over.
Yeah.
That's just like DX. I mean, Shawn and Hunter, those two get in the ring, even though
they stand in the ring together, no DX anything, and
it's just like the roof blows off the place.
Yeah.
So, okay, are we all in agreeing that the Usos are going to be the new tag team champions?
I think the Usos win it, and is John Uso, John Fatu? Is he not getting married in the next season of Total Divas?
He's already married.
But I mean, have they not filmed that for the next season?
I think they filmed it.
Next season.
So could you see them doing the whole? He gets married, he goes off on his honeymoon, comes back from his honeymoon, wins the tag team titles.
I could see that. Yeah,
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Because they're still filming for the season, aren't they? So
I can definitely see that happening. Okay, moving on to a title match I didn't see coming. The WWE Intercontinental title match, Jack Swagger versus Big E.
Yeah.
Who recently dropped the links.
Notice him and another guy we'll talk about later have dropped their surnames. Big E. There's no Langston anymore, and that's why Big E wins.
Big E's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm going with Big E on that one.
He's on a roll lately.
Even though he kind of started out as a heel, he's been one heck of a babyface. And this guy has got a future in the company like it's nobody's business.
I also think, I'm not sure if I'm right, but does Big E not work out with a certain multiple time champion who lives in Boston?
Yes, he does. He actually took him under his wing.
And there's stuff I want to say from Raw last night, and I can't say it because Tom hasn't seen it yet.
I don't care. Talk about Raw. I don't care. I'm not watching it.
Okay. This funniest thing, two of the funniest thing ever. One, Batista telling Randy Orton that he was not the face of the company, he was the ass.
Yeah, that was funny.
And
And
two, after Big E's match, like Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger were out there, and Zeb was running his mouth through the whole thing. And afterwards, Big E Langston picks up a microphone and goes, I hope they have diapers in your size because after this Sunday, your mouth isn't going to be the only thing that's full of crap.
Nice line. I appreciate that line. But
Biggie, definitely Biggie Langston he's got such a major future in this company.
Yeah.
I could see him give it another year or two, and he could get that big title shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He could get it. Jack Swagger, I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was on a roll there for a couple of years, and now he's just...
You're not sure what happened to Jack Swagger?
Well, I mean, Zeb Coulter...
He got together with the guy that looks like Yosemite Sam or whatever.
No, what happened to Jack Swagger was smoking.
Oh yeah.
That DUI finished him off. That DUI finished him.
Yeah, that DUI.
They're not gonna push a guy who's got freaking DUI charges.
Nope.
And that's why you guys remember when they were up in, I think it was up in Canada, and Zeb Coulter said, "Oh well, Jack Swagger's a real American. He wasn't gonna come up here." That had nothing to do with it.
You can't get in here.
He cannot cross the border.
He's got a possession charge.
Yeah.
He can't cross the border.
You can't get in here if you've got a criminal record, and it works the other way. You can't get into the States if you've got one either.
You can't. You can't cross border. Mm-hmm. So, Jack Swagger, I'm going to say this to you right now. Get straight. That's all I can say. Get straight.
Stop smoking shit. God, I sound like my mom's ex-boyfriend.
I think he might be clean now, but...
Well, he was on, I don't know how long he was on probation, but he's on probation.
The DUI was last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
so,
DUI was last year's WrestleMania.
Right, bad time to get DUI, dude.
The DUI was last year, so...
Right around WrestleMania time.
So was his possession charge.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, main event?
All the times DUI, that's
okay, moving on. We are at the Elimination Chamber main event for the WWE World Heavyweight title. And we're going to run this through really quick if you guys don't know who's all in this match, which I'm sure both of you do. Uh-huh. We have Sheamus, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro versus Christian versus the WWE World Heavyweight title champion, Randy Orton.
Christ, title holder, not title champion.
Christ, could that title name get any longer?
All right, guys. So here it comes. Who do we pick to win the big title match and take it away from Orton? If it can be taken away from.
This is hard because there's so many good people in there.
Exactly. This is a difficult match.
Cesaro.
But I will say what Triple H said last Wednesday on his little interview.
Which I don't watch those things.
Cesaro is the dark horse in this match. He can go. He is. I will give him this. And Cesaro, I still want to say Antonio Cesaro, but they just call him Cesaro.
He dropped his first name off the.
Dropped the first. Cesaro is by far the man out, but he's also the man you gotta watch your back on.
Well, I think the best way of doing this is let's do this by process of elimination, right? Since this is the Elimination Chamber, let's do this by process of elimination.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
First of all, when you come out of the pod, when you start the match, blah blah, none of that matters.
It's true.
None of it matters as much as people say it does.
It's true. And
I think it does matter.
Look at 2008. Batista and Undertaker started it, and they got to the end.
Well, I think by process of elimination, I think we can all say Christian isn't winning it.
Yeah.
I think by the same set of rules, I think we can rule Sheamus out.
Okay, you guys, between the three of us, what is the percentage of Christian winning this match?
I don't know, but it's way down there.
Considering that he is the only real veteran in this match.
Honestly, I think the percentage of Christian winning it is about the same percentage as Undertaker coming out on Raw next week wearing pink. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It is not happening. It is not happening.
Okay.
Christian ain't winning.
Okay, what about, since this is his first time, what about Cesaro? What's his percentage of staying in this?
The thing is, I would love to see Cesaro do it, but I don't think now is the time to give him a title shot.
Well, okay, like I pointed out to Robin, when you go into a chamber match, you cannot go in there overly confident.
Yeah.
Because you go into, this is the thing about the chamber. You go in that chamber with your head as big as a wall, you're gonna get flattened within 2 minutes. Because your confidence level is gonna be so high, you're not gonna be able to.
Look at Edge. He went in there with his head as big as a wall in 2009, and he got eliminated by Jeff Hardy within the first 5 minutes.
For me, this match is going to be won by one of two people. If WWE have decided that they're going to support the whole Yes initiative thing with Daniel Bryan, then Daniel Bryan wins, or Randy Orton retains.
Randy Orton's not going to retain. He's never won one.
Well, the thing about it is that the way Hunter talked last week, he sort of seems to be behind the whole Daniel Bryan thing.
Okay,
yeah, the thing you've got to think about is, rather than thinking who is going to win the Elimination Chamber match, you've got to go into it thinking which of these 6 men can I see facing Batista.
Okay, well, let's look at it that way. Can you see Sheamus facing Batista?
No, I can't.
Maybe.
I can't.
Cena facing Batista.
No, I think there's something else for Cena on the card.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan facing Batista.
That I could see.
It's either Daniel Bryan or Randy Orton. That's the way I see it, and I don't know which way to face that.
I don't think Cesaro could face him. Honestly, Christian, as much as I love the guy, I don't really think he could face. He's not in any shape to face Batista. He's got too many injuries to face Batista. So yeah, it's a match. It's a toss between Daniel and Randy, and the only way I could see Randy winning this
is if he cheats somehow.
I believe I'm about to say this. Is if, like Robin just said, took the words right out of my mouth, is if he somehow found a way to cheat.
Which is really difficult to do, granted.
In a chamber match. But, here's another thing. If Hunter really is 110% behind Daniel Bryan, as he claims he can be.
Doubt it.
Can Hunter overlook the fact that if Daniel Bryan wins the Elimination Chamber match, will he allow Daniel Bryan to finally, after months of denying it, finally eat his words and say, Daniel Bryan is the face of the WWE.
The way I see this match ending is I see Triple H being involved in the ending regardless. Now I see Triple H. No, here's the way I see it. Just bear with me for this, right? I see it coming down to Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see them squaring off, facing each other down, and then I see Triple H's music hitting. Triple H comes down to the ring, stands outside the cell, and he somehow costs the match for either Daniel Bryan or Randy Orton. The winner of the match obviously becomes the champion and will face Batista, and I see whichever one of those two men loses, I see him facing Triple H.
Okay, I think Daniel Bryan is fucking screwed then.
So
It's
up to you. Do you see Orton versus Triple H or Bryan versus Triple H? For me, I think we see Bryan versus Triple H, and that's why I think Randy Orton wins.
Bryan versus Triple H, because we've seen Orton versus Triple H so many times.
We've seen Orton versus Triple H. It's gonna be Daniel versus Triple H because there is no way in the world, as long as Hunter knows he can, and this is one thing I pointed out to Robin several times, and I'm going to point it out again. Triple H knows how to control Randy Orton.
And as long as that's happening,
he has ever since they were in Evolution together, Hunter has always gotten under Randy's skin. He knows how to push the buttons. He knows which buttons to push. He knows how to control him. He knows how to make him the champion he wants. Daniel Bryan, you can't control Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is like, may he rest in peace, Brian Pillman.
And he's like Taker too.
And he's like Taker. He doesn't take crap from nobody.
So I think based on what we've all said, we see Orton retaining.
Fuck.
Yeah, Orton's gonna retain. But here's my question: who's gonna be in the final three?
Cena, Orton, Bryan.
I can see that, yeah.
Me too.
Okay, guys. So these are our predictions for the 2014 Elimination Chamber.
I'm not good at predicting things, so I'm probably going to be totally wrong.
We all have our own opinions about who's gonna win what.
This is just ours, so please don't yell at us.
Yeah, please don't yell at us.
Yell at us all you want.
Tom predicts that Ryback and Axel will win the pre-show. We all agree Titus O'Neil will win against Darren Young. Tom says the Wyatts will beat the Shield. Robin and I say the Shield will beat the Wyatts.
Never thought I'd back the Shield on anything.
I know. We all agree Batista is going to beat Del Rio in under a minute. We all agree the Usos will beat the New Age Outlaws. We all agree Big E will keep his title. And we also all sadly agree that Randy Orton will never lose that championship.
I wish he would.
I
really do.
I think he does lose the title. I think he loses at WrestleMania to Batista.
Well,
yeah, but that will be...
But question for you guys. Is that any better? Honestly?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, we will discuss the Randy Orton or whoever wins the title at Chamber, discuss that at when we do the next vlog, and that will be for the WrestleMania 30 prediction.
No, it won't. It'll be the Elimination Chamber / Monday Night Raw post show.
Well, it will be that
Tuesday.
Yeah, I need to clarify that for everybody. That one will be over on my channel. But that one will be
a day later than usual.
That one will be happening.
Do that one on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that one on the Tuesday rather than the usual Monday, and that's simply because it's pretty much been announced that the Undertaker's back, so I figure we may as well talk about that. And it's also been talked about that Hulk Hogan is apparently going to be on Raw. So.
And judging by that, woohoo!
So if you guys really like the predictions vlog, you guys are going to enjoy the pre-show vlog. We always have fun doing the post-show.
Post-show, yeah.
Usually they're about an hour or so.
we always end up having the funniest conversations on that one. I'm gonna get Tom to link me the post show for the Rumble so you guys can hear the emotional rant that we went on. Literally tore the.
There is something I've just got to throw out. Obviously, those of you who are involved, who obviously look at weird wrestling news on the internet, will have probably read that rumours have been put in newspapers and across the internet that Vince McMahon is due to buy Newcastle United Football Club in England, and I'm currently on my usual betting site where I do all the betting for wrestling events, and there's quite a few hilarious ones on there that I think you guys need to hear about. There is apparently a since Vince McMahon is apparently 12-1 to buy Newcastle United. The thing is, if Vince McMahon buys Newcastle United, then we're going to be seeing more football references. So look out for football references on Raw.
Yep, could see that. Oh, and this is something that I want to throw out. I got a text message to me before we started. Apparently, The Miz and Miss Summer Rae are going to be in the Marine 4.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
You guys definitely keep an eye out for that. I don't know. I agree with Miz being in the Marine 4. He was amazing in the Marine 3. Summer Rae, is all I can say.
Why is she in a movie? Why?
Exactly. Okay, guys. So, really fast before we can conclude this vlog. Tom, tell everybody where they can find you.
I am accessible on the YouTube. I call it the YouTube, but I can be found youtube.com/AXELSTWL21. I'll get you to put that in the description for people.
Yeah, I'll put it in the
description. Make sure you actually do it this time.
Yeah,
I know.
But guys, come across to me on Twitter @TomWilliams1990. Say whatever you want. I'll reply to it. I reply to everything. That's kind of my thing.
Okay, Robin?
I am on YouTube at TakerSoulGirl22, which pretty much just little bit different from usual. I am on the fanfiction at TakerSoulGirl, and for YouTube, I just updated DOD3 like 5 minutes before we started this. And I am on Twitter at Robin Wired and Facebook at Robin Wired too. So check me out there if you want to find out more about me.
And as always, guys, I am on YouTube as Christy Viper. I am on fanfiction as Stina's Country Girl. And I'm on Twitter at East Texas Country. So until next time, guys, that is the conclusion of the 2014 Elimination Chamber predictions vlog. We will see you guys at the post show next Tuesday.
Bye.
I'm excited. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.